Welcome to another episode of Standing in the Gaps Highlights, exploring love and faith in challenging times. In the latest episode of the Standing in the Gaps podcast, what's love got to do with it? Everything. Host Aaron, Richy, and Scott dive deep into a discussion about love, marriage, and the multifaceted challenges faced by modern believers. This powerful dialogue is not just for the faithful, but also for anyone grappling with the meaning of love in a rapidly changing world. Introducing the hosts. Aaron, known as The Man, opens the discussion warmly, welcoming listeners to the podcast. He expresses a heartfelt desire to explore the topics of love and marriage alongside his co-hosts Richy and Scott. This episode is structured to offer a comprehensive look at faith, relationships, and community support. Building community resources. Early in the podcast, Aaron directs listeners to their website, standinginthegaps.org, emphasizing the new resources section. This platform aims to provide guidance and support to individuals in various aspects of life, from website design and entrepreneurship to men's outreach groups. Encouraging listeners to check the resources regularly, Aaron underscores the team's commitment to offering tools that can help in everyday life. Giving back to the community. Richy then shifts the conversation to how their ministry allocates finances. A portion of the podcast income supports various ministries, including those that aid Israel, the homeless, and rescued children. This segment underscores the podcast's dedication to social responsibility and its broader mission to engage in transformative, faith-based community work. Introducing guest and dedication. The conversation transitions to future podcast plans, including having Pastor Paul from Maine on an upcoming episode. Richy portrays Pastor Paul as a living example of pure, undefiled religion, dedicated to providing for widows and orphans. Adding a personal touch, Richy dedicates the current episode to Mandela Nalavu, a close friend and global radio station runner from South Africa who recently passed away. Valentine's Day story and historical insight. Richy shares a poignant tale about Valentine's Day and how the holiday's significance unfolded for him through divine inspiration and serendipitous events in 2020. This story serves as a prelude to Richy's detailed recounting of the historical Saint Valentine, a Christian priest who performed secret marriages against Roman law. This impactful narration links historical acts of courage to contemporary challenges in living out one's faith. Defining love, Agape versus Phileo. The hosts delve into a theological exploration of love, contrasting the Greek concepts of agape, unconditional love, and phileo, brotherly love. Richy's impassioned reflections encourage listeners to question how they demonstrate true love in their lives. Scott and Aaron add depth to this dialogue by sharing personal anecdotes and reinforcing the transformative power of divine love. Stories of true love and family. Bringing the discussion back to the practical application of love, Scott shares a touching story about his wife's miraculous pregnancy, defying medical predictions. His narrative emphasizes the profound love and responsibility parents have for their children. This section resonates deeply, highlighting how true agape love manifests in everyday actions and decisions. Addressing controversial topics. In a bold segment, the hosts address the topic of homosexuality from both scientific and theological perspectives. They stress the importance of understanding and compassion while upholding their beliefs about love, morality, and spiritual fulfillment. This part of the conversation, although potentially contentious, is presented as a heartfelt outreach to those struggling with identity and seeking deeper meaning. From politics to personal convictions. The conversation takes a political turn as Aaron and Richy discuss the qualities of true leadership, invoking examples of past and present politicians. They argue for leaders motivated by love and integrity rather than personal or political gain. This discourse underscores their belief in the transformative power of love-driven leadership. A closing note on love and unity. The episode concludes with prayers and declarations of love and appreciation for their wives, showcasing the host's deep personal connections and dedication to their families. This final segment serves as a testament to the overarching theme of the podcast. Love, in its truest form, is both sacrificial and redemptive. In summary, this episode of the Standing in the Gaps podcast is a comprehensive exploration of love, faith, and the practical challenges of living a life grounded in Christian values. From historical narratives to personal testimonies, Aaron, Richy, and Scott provide profound insights and foster an environment of sincere dialogue and community support. Whether you are seeking spiritual guidance or practical resources, this episode is a compelling call to examine and embrace true, unconditional love. For more insights and to stay updated with Standing in the Gaps, listeners are encouraged to subscribe, comment, and share their perspectives across various platforms like YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Engage with the Standing in the Gaps community and share your thoughts on this timely and thought-provoking discussion. You can comment on YouTube or on the new Standing in the Gaps Facebook group. What's love got to do with it? Everything. Will air July 16th at 6 p.m. EST. And remember, my friend, the best with a capital B is yet to come.